Very good morning, students. Today let us learn the poem Lead Kindly Light by Cardinal Newman. This poem was written when Cardinal Newman was traveling in the Mediterranean with his friends and became very ill to the point of death. During his illness and slow recovery, he had the strong conviction that God had spared him for something important which would be revealed to him. He was homesick, but above all was calling God to guide him in the mission entrusted to him. So in this poem, you will see Cardinal Newman invoking God's assistance to heal him from his illness so that he can come back to his normal life once again to carry out the mission which God has entrusted to him. So let us see the poem. Lead kindly light amid the encircling gloom. Lead thou me on. The night is dark and I am far from home. Lead thou me on. Keep thou my feet. I do not ask to see the distancing, one step enough for me. Here in the first stanza, Cardinal Newman prays to God to give him light and lead his way to the surrounding darkness of ignorance. Encircling gloom means the surrounding darkness or ignorance. He is lost in darkness and he also feels that he is far away from the heavenly home. So he asks God to give him assistance, to guide him in every step that he takes. And here he also says that he is not asking God to show him the distancing. The distancing here is referred to heaven, life after death. He is not asking God to show him or to tell him what would be his life after death, but he wants God's assistance. He wants God's immediate guidance for the present only now when he is in such a situation that when he undergoes very serious illness. He wants God to step one step closer to him and help him in his difficulties. That is the present situation. I was not ever thus not prayed that thou shouldest lead me on. I loved to choose and see my path, but now lead thou me on. I loved the garish days, and spite of fears, pride ruled my will, remember not past years. Cardinal Newman, here in the second stanza, when he was during his past life, he never was close to God. He never prayed to God. He never asked God to lead him into whatever he does. And during those days, he loved to choose his own ways. He loved to do his own will and never asked the assistance of God. And also he says, he has loved, during those days, he has loved the garish days. The garish days means the bright and showy way of doing things. And he says, pride ruled my will. That means pride has ruled his life. That means in whatever he does, he has been very proud and never asks the assistance of God, never asks the guidance of God. And there was a time in his life when he was guided by his pride and he loved to choose the bright and showy way of life. And therefore, he asked God. He is pleading God not to remember his past life. Why? Because his past life had been a very sinful life where he never asked the assistance of God, where he was never close to God, where he never prayed to God. Therefore, he asked in the second stanza not to remember his past life, but to see or to focus only in his present situation of life. Moving to the third stanza, so long thy power has blessed me, sure it still will lead me on. Or more and faint, or cranes, or torrent till the night is gone, and with the more those angels' face smile, which I have loved long since and lost a while. Here in the